Come on.
Yeah, Kimberly.
Fucking
Jeez.
Jeez.
Kim's scary.
I know.
Scary. Shut the fuck up, Thomas.
Whoa.
I'm not scary.
That's so awesome. Oh my god.
Sit down. Calm down.
Lewis, she's terrifying.
He puts his arm around me. He's like, this is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that what I said? This is hot. She's hot.
Hot. It's always the second ones. Get a little tipsy.
You get a little
punchy, yeah.
Get a little okay.
Little something.
Getting drunk off the fumes of my beer.
And my own farts.
Ew.
Is that all you've drunk in the whole show?
This one beer.
Oh.
And just
He doesn't
started
have
this
to
one.
chug them.
Yeah, you do.
Chug a lug, chug a lug.
I was gonna bring my bottle of wine, but it's almost empty, so
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like that'd just be one glass.
Alcohol.
For me. For you.
It was-
You're
it
like,
was
I brought my bottle of wine
it's
for
to be-
me.
To be fair, it's movie related. It's Coppola or whatever.
Ooh.
So
Oh, it would have been
Would have
totally
been perfect.
topic
I
friendly.
know. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Damn it, Thomas.
You didn't know we saw somewhere?
I ruined everything. Maybe next time I'll bring an entire bottle.
Perfect. I'm gonna add that to the opener. Shut the fuck up, Thomas. I ruined everything.
I feel bad when I say things like that in jest, but
I
a little
honestly
piece of
don't.
my heart goes, "Oh, Kim," but then I'm like, "Stick with it.
Go with it.
Keep doing it."
You'll feel good in the long run.
Someday this will make you feel good. Hey, will you monkey with that again, just for me?
The thing
It's
is
drooping.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's drooping. It's so sad.
I don't know what's wrong with that fucking. That boom's been a piece of shit this whole time. That was really weird sounding. Bing. Okay. Wait, hold on. Not quite. Okay.
Flicking skills
There we
from
go.
that sweet ass disc board game that we played.
That was
Crokinole.
I fucking love that.
That was such a fun game.
I really like every time I come over now. I want to start with that for some reason
Yeah.
because it's just there and
so
it's
fun.
so fun. I love that one. I'm ready for the next one already.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll have to do
We
it.
are too. We had fun playing games.
We did.
It was fun.
Okay. Here we go. That one. This one.
From the guys that brought you Butt Go 6 and 14.
Keep talking, Kimberly.
Ba. That's my. That's my thing.
Darn fucking drinking geeson. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
French. I am everything. I am the Alpha and Omega, the A to Z on the fucking internet.
No.
Cute doesn't belong on the internet. I belong on the internet.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It's Hanging from the Balcony with Sir Jared, the Professor, Nathan Betts, Miss Professor, and Thomas the Doubter.
Oh, I know what's going on here. There we go.
There we go. And record.
And here we go again. Another Hanging from the Balcony edition without Mr. Sir Jared. I miss you.
Is it the same bubonic plague, was it?
Is he still pooping?
He's still got explosive diarrhea, which I believe if you have that for a week straight, you're supposed to see a doctor. But whatever.
He's too weak to go to the doctor.
By the way, he's also inside out now, so there's that.
That's gross.
He got a visit from Butt Ghost 14.
Butt Ghost 14 has been his BFF. This is Hanging from the Balcony, the show where we talk about movies, and more movies. I am not used to doing this intro, so that's why it's so awkward. But welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for listening. As usual, we have Mr. Thomas the Doubter over there. We got Lewis the Professor.
There's a ghost in my butt.
There's a ghost up in there! And we have the ever-smiling Miss Kimberly. And
Don't let the smile
Don't
fool you.
let the smile fool you. We found out between the break, I mean, between the weeks here, that she will rip all of our intestines out one day and feast on them in front of our own eyeballs, and then eat our eyeballs.
Yuck.
Yeah, she's terrifying. So we're aware she'll kill us one day. So
No.
We're going to get right into what we do around here, which is review, talk about, and or oogle over movies, depending on what is necessary. So Kimberly started us last week. So Lewis, what did you see this week with lovely Kimberly?
Well, Kimberly and I were surprised to see that Lewiston's Theater got 2 independent films.
Wow.
And, kind of Oscar buzzing movies that we really didn't think would make it to Lewiston.
And they didn't put him in the shitty
No,
They didn't put him in 10.
number 10?
They
No,
didn't.
they
It
put
was
it in
7 and 4.
Yeah, 7
They
and
were
4.
small, but they worked.
Yeah. So, first one we saw was Her.
Okay.
The Spike Jonze movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Amy Adams. And this is the movie that you've heard about where
And
the
Scarlett
guy...
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson's voice. The guy falls in love with his computer operating system.
Okay.
Now-
On his phone?
On
It's
his-
on his
well-
computer.
Oh, on his computer.
But
okay.
He can travel with him. He has a little
Earbud
mini...
that
He has an
he
earbud,
keeps.
but he has a little
Oh,
mini...
like this little jobby
Yeah,
here.
Yes.
that's
okay.
it.
Yeah.
So what you may not realize is this movie's set in the future.
Oh,
Very
10
near
years,
future.
Okay.
Near
10
future.
years in the future.
I didn't know that.
And I was stunned at what a incredible science fiction vision of the future Spike Jonze has in this movie. Because he wrote the script and directed it. The costuming has this strangely
Retro.
well, it's futuristic, but it's not what we're used to wearing. Like the guys all wear this kind of higher pant, like you might see back in the
Like here?
30s.
This dude in the
Yeah,
background?
like
This
everyone though. Everyone wears colors that kind of make you feel like they're from the 70s.
There's a high
Like
pant.
that, yeah, that high pant and his red shirt. Like everyone dresses everyone has a computer and they all talk to it. So, when he's talking to his personal computer and falling in love with her, everyone is in the world. Like they're all talking to their computer. He goes and tells Amy Adams, he says, "I'm falling in love with my operating system." And she's like, "Yeah, I've been hanging out a lot with mine too."
Yo,
Like it's and we've talked to our parents about this and older people. Oh, I will say this. There were 7 people in the theater. Kim and I
Yes.
were 2 of the 7. The other 5 people were all quite a bit older, in their 50s or 60s.
There's Amy Adams.
That's Amy Adams. 4 of those 5 people walked out of the movie.
Wow.
After about an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, so they're
It was well into the movie.
Well
They're
into
committed to it at
They
this
got
point.
up and left, and we were
Wow,
like,
crazy.
"Why are they leaving? This movie's great."
yeah.
And I think the reason they're leaving is because we talked to Kim's mom, and she's like, "The movie where the guy falls in love with his computer? That's sick. That's gross. That's so unnatural.
Sounds like the worst thing ever.
Sounds like the worst thing ever." And I realized, I don't think that, if I talk to Thomas is like, "I could see someday falling in love with my computer," because he's had such good experiences with computer games and things like that. He's starting to, if things get good enough on a computer.
Her name's Laura.
But you talk
No,
to
but
an older person
yeah.
and they think it's unnatural and weird, and how
and
could
they're
you
very
fall?
uncomfortable with the idea of it, let alone a movie that explores it. So yeah, I would agree. It seems to be a generational gap in interest towards this technology being something for someone that we usually see people as filling.
Sure. So he's
Yeah.
out experiencing life
Oh, yeah.
with his...
Yes,
Yeah.
With
she's
his
with him.
companion.
And so
Yeah.
we
He actually goes on a double date on a vacation with a couple that have 2 real people.
Huh.
Chris Pratt's one of them, which is,
love-
again, he's really great. I
God,
had no
yes,
idea
yeah,
he was
right.
in this movie. And then he takes her along with him. And so it's the 3 of them, and she kind of has a place on the blanket, but she's really just the voice. And they can all hear her, and she gets to talk and go out with them and interact with them as though she has a body, but she's just a voice.
Now, his computer operating system now, meaning as in, if I were to boot up my computer and Windows is running my computer, that's what he's in love with?
Yeah,
Essentially?
yeah.
Okay.
and at first she's
It, runs his computer for him,
Yes,
maybe?
she
his
can.
whole system. And
Okay.
she's like, she'll
Kinda
call him
like
once in a while. and go-
Surrey or something.
Yeah, it's totally based on Surrey in 10 years, right?
Okay.
She'll come on and say, "You've gotten a few emails. One of them looks kind of important. Would you like me to tell you about it?" And he's like, "Sure. What's going on?" And she's like, "Well, your wife wants to get those divorce papers signed, and her lawyer is saying that,
So conversationally, she has read,
Yeah.
ingested, and regurgitated. Okay.
And processed in a way that's kind of analytical and like
something like the way a human would do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so human.
He's a writer, and so there's one scene where he's written a bunch of things, and he says, "Hey," her name's Samantha. He's like, "Samantha, could you look at what I've written here and just kind of tell me what you think? If there's any, do some proofreading." She's like, "Sure." And then a few seconds later, she goes, "Oh, wow, these are beautiful. I love what you've written here. You'll notice that there are some grammatical things I've changed here, and like certain things highlight red, but they're not necessary, but I think it might make it a little stronger." And she just talks to him. And
wow, that's really cool.
I'm sitting in the theater going, I want a fucking computer that's that intuitive.
Where's Samantha for me?
Intuitive.
Yeah.
That has to be the key word for it.
But the thing, I feel like this is a science fiction movie that does it right. Like, I really, really felt like this is 10 years in the future. Like, I think Spike Jonze went and talked to some computer guys that are on the cutting edge, like at Apple or whatever. Sure. And he's like, what's Siri going to look like in 10 years? And they're like, here's what we'll look like. Because you watch this show and you're like, that's not around yet, but I will buy that when it comes out.
As soon as that's available.
Not just her, but just the way the computer, like this computer game that he plays.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he plays this, He
plays this computer game, and like I'm watching it going, that could be real. Like, it's not real now, but it could be real in 10 years.
Just look familiar.
That's it. The first one, I think. Yeah. See how he's sitting in his room and there's kind of like an image
There's
projected?
like a projection out into the 3D space that he's in
I've wanted this. This is amazing.
Well, and he moves his hands to control.
He moves his hands like this, and he kind of walks with
like
his
with the
hands.
Xbox Connect and stuff that you can.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where your computer can tell what you're doing, and like the little character in the computer game, it starts talking to him, and it's like, "What are you doing?
That
what
little
are you
guy.
That little guy right there.
That's cool.
It talks to him, and then Samantha starts talking to him, and the little guy in the computer starts saying, "Don't pay attention to her. Play with me. I want to do stuff. You're stupid." And he starts yelling at her.
It's like a child.
Yeah, that's really fun, though, and it feels real. I think whether or not you're interested in the love story, which I do think is very well done.
Yeah.
It's like Lars and the Real Girl, where you're expected to kind of rethink what makes up a relationship. But just for the science fiction of it, I think it's really... like, I first of all think the costuming and set design is the best I've seen in a year. Like, I hope it wins costuming and set design. No one's going to vote for it because no one else is as interested in futuristic costuming as I am, I guess. But I would love to see it win.
Absolutely. That's one of the things we talked about, was that the world he lived in was so real and it was so interesting. Jones did such a good job with that.
Such a good job.
But I think that the thing that makes it kind of okay is that world, in that world, everybody is like him. He's not weird. So when we see this story and we're like, it's about him falling in love with this voice and this operating system, and it's so weird and it's creepy. It's not, because everyone else has a bug in their ear. Yeah. Everyone else has systems. Everyone else has problems with doing everything that he's doing. And so he's not abnormal. He's actually just another person in this world. Yeah. And it makes you really connect with him so much more than you think you will.
Oh, and the mustache? Every man, I swear to God,
had a mustache.
Has a mustache. Like 90% of the guys in this movie have mustaches.
Mustache.
It's just this future. It's like they said, okay, so maybe 15 years in the future, that'll be a style that comes back.
Yeah.
And so they just went with it. It's really cool.
Well, we also heard a little bit about how they did the voice with Scarlett Johansson, and
who does a great job.
Yeah. They integrate that connection because they're never ever in the same space, in the same room physically together as actors, and they did such a good job of integrating it that
you
believed
really believe
every
she's
second of
there
it.
Talking to him,
and you see him; he's on screen so much by himself. He does such a great job of capturing us.
That'd be really
good job.
You think about it, that would be really a really tough thing to accomplish. It'd be like acting with tennis balls. Like, all that
it's
capture shit.
I mean, he's acting with a voice in his head. There's a phone sex scene in the early part of the show where he goes online and meets someone else who's lonely, and they have kind of like online sex. but it's a real person on the other end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then later when he starts falling in love with his computer, you realize, oh, how's that any different than talking to someone on the phone?
Sure.
It's still just a voice in your head. It's still just you imagining.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if
You completing what you're not seeing in your head, basically.
if you went on a vacation and called up your wife and talked to her on the phone, not even sexually, just like, hey, what's going on?
Sure.
How was your day? And so forth. Literally, it's no different than what he's doing
Right.
with this thing. Except we know in our heart that she's not a person.
She's not for real with a heartbeat and all that. But
what may
But what is
but
real?
at that point, when
And-
you're on the phone with your wife, all she is a series of ones and zeros being repeated back to you through hours and technology.
I'll throw in my doubt.
Okay.
Doubt dart.
Like the computer, it lacks flaws as far as that, and that's what makes
Oh,
people.
not this one.
Oh, really?
They've programmed it in such a way that, first of all, it's an AI. That's the other thing. They've programmed
She
it to
grows.
grow and learn and develop. And so, like, there's a scene where they're talking about, like, oh, so have other people been falling in love with their new... Because it's a new upgrade on the OS. Have other people been falling in love? And, you know, she checks and she goes, some have. But some OSs are not, like, into their person. So they're just friends.
Oh, that sucks.
Man.
Oh man,
But it's
that's
just, it's
real.
just
So that's
Like,
that's
Well, okay.
reality. Yeah.
I just assumed that it was an operating system that was there to serve.
It's
That was
not
no
programmed
matter.
and to serve. They're real people that just have different types of connections based on both sides. It's not just one side.
Yeah.
It's not one-sided. And she gets upset at sometimes, and she won't let him get into the OS because she's kind of blocking him out the way that people do.
Yeah, there
and
are
he doesn't
points-
want to get on the computer, and she tries to message him, and he won't open up the computer because he doesn't want to talk to her at a certain time. So we see real life situations and relationship problems.
I was wondering if
it was just
if it
like,
went down that
hey,
track.
I'll just do
No.
whatever, you know.
No, it's not
like-
manipulative. It's not controlling. It's just so organic and real. It really is.
Yeah, ultimately, this movie is, I believe, Spike Jonze's contemplation over his failed marriage with Sofia Coppola, the director from last week.
From last week, yeah.
They were married for quite a while, grew up and kind of knew each other all through their teens and youth. And then they got a divorce. And this movie really deals a lot with losing somebody and trying to rediscover a new relationship and
understanding that the person you've been with or the people that you've been with do make you who you are today, and that's okay, even if it's not anymore. And
Right.
that kind of,
Well,
it's probably, it's beautiful. It's a
good,
really
though.
beautiful movie.
check it out.
at
for
least
sure.
he.
Yeah, I really want to go
At
see
least he
this.
knows
I
he's
liked
a better
it.
director than his ex.
He is, though. Have you seen Spike
Have you
Jonze
seen any of
movies?
his stuff?
No.
Jesus, he's great.
He's
all of his stuff.
really cool.
All of
Spike-
his stuff. Watch his music videos. I mean,
It's Jonze.
yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, he makes music videos too that are just wonderful.
It's not. He does not look anything like I was expecting.
Yeah, I wasn't as big a fan of Where the Wild Things Are, but part of that's because I wasn't a troubled youth.
Being John Malkovich, that was so fucking
both
weird.
Really good though. And then he's made a number of like music videos that are just
I wonder if his.
wonderful.
See if those are listed. Director.
He did a bunch of videos with like Beastie Boys.
Weezer video capture device.
He did all those Weezer videos
Okay.
back in the
Right.
day.
Okay.
Anyway, I like Spike Jonze quite a bit. I think he's
Yeah.
quite good. He doesn't
Didn't
make.
he do the one with Jack
R.E.M.?
Black and and Mos Def?
Oh, nice.
That was so
Yeah, he
cute.
did do that, didn't
I
he?
loved that one.
Did he do that one?
He had to have.
Mm,
My eyes are bad.
I'm
Best
not
of
seeing-
REM. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's
Bjork.
We
Oh,
also
the Bjork
saw,
video is fantastic. I
Kim-
show that
Kim
in my
loves
film
the Bjork
classes.
video, yeah.
Yes.
We also saw Philomena.
Yeah, Philomena. As Lewis was saying, we were really surprised that they had independent and foreign films that come here. Now, I mean, it's hard to think of British films as being foreign, but I mean, because you're not reading subtitles. But it's Judi Dench and Steve Coogan, and it's based on a true story about a woman who, 50 years after having a son and having this son taken away from her by some nuns where she lived in this abbey, she says, hey, I want to find out where my son is. And it's it was a thing in the paper that she talked to this journalist, and this journalist is like, okay, I'll investigate your story. And the movie's just the journey of finding out who this woman's son is and kind of giving her some, I don't know, peace of mind. And it's really good. It was
good.
really good.
It's billed as a comedy, and it is funny, but it's actually more heartbreaking than funny.
Yeah,
You should
that's
know that.
kind of.
Is that those two up there? Is that the
That's
real
the
people?
real Philomena.
That's probably
Right
the
here?
real
Yes.
one,
Wow.
Yes, that's her.
Steve Coogan, by the way, is hilarious,
He's
and
brilliant.
I can't recommend his stuff highly enough, like
Everything
his
he
movies and
does.
TV shows. He did Hamlet 2, the sequel to Hamlet.
Nice.
I don't know if you ever saw it.
Nice.
I know, I just watched that last year again.
I need to watch
It's
it
good.
again. I love it.
Yeah.
Steve Coogan was the co-writer on, but Philomena is good. It's definitely something to
Despicable Me
check out.
Too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Tropic
he
Tropic
does.
Thunder.
Thunder. That's right. I forgot he was
He
in
was
that.
silent.
Was
Silas.
he in Tropic Thunder?
He's the guy that gets blown up.
Yes, he's the director. He's the dude directing
The director
thing.
that gets blown up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in American movies, he usually plays an asshole for
is
about
he,
10 minutes and then gets killed.
Darkwood Darkwood Manor. That's what his
Wow.
name is. Or sorry. I am retarded. I cannot read.
He was in The Trip. Did you see The Trip?
No, The
by
Trip
chance?
is so British, though. It's
Yeah,
hard to
I love The
understand.
Trip.
Yeah, we love The Trip.
But anyway, he's good. He's very good, and Philomena's really good. It's
Yeah,
it's a heartbreaking story in some ways, but he's in Tropic Thunder as Damien
Damien
Cockburn.
Cockburn.
That name's not hilarious. There he is, Hamlet too.
So if
But there's a lot of talk about religion and what part and what role these nuns and Philomena's faith in God and the Catholic Church play into her life. I mean, you can see with all of the images here, there's a lot of like religious stuff.
Yeah. I almost thought
And
I had the wrong thing
It's
at
kind
first.
of no, it's kind of pitted against the journalist character who's anti-church, doesn't believe in God anymore, is a liberal, kind of thinks a lot of the stuff that, happened to her is just absolute bullshit no matter what. And so you kind of get these two opposing sides that kind of make a friendship, and it's kind of sincere. It's really sincere and
it
touching.
has one of the most brutal lines in a movie. Like,
Yes.
I kind of want to say
Yes.
it.
No, don't say it.
Oh, it's so
Don't
good.
say it. It's at the end, and it's a really great moment. And
It is a
again, it just
spoiler to say
reaffirms
it.
how great Steve Coogan is
It's so
as an
good.
actor.
But this theater, we saw Philomena, and it was packed.
60 plus. I mean,
All
it was,
old people
we
packed.
go to movies with old folks.
Yeah,
But it
we
was
do.
packed.
It was so
we
good.
were so surprised. We had to find a
Yeah,
end
check
seat.
it out.
That's good.
Check out
though.
her. Check out Philomena.
If our
Both
theater
thumbs up.
is like getting people in with foreign movies and stuff like that, it's
Yeah.
probably the better.
I suspect here at Lewiston, Philomena will stick around, and her will probably go quickly.
Yeah.
But which one did you like better?
Her,
Hers.
but just barely. I think
Yeah.
Philomena's really good. I think hers special though. I think Philomena's kind of a more traditional story that you can kind of understand.
Like,
and
I
get your
would
head
watch
around.
her again, but I wouldn't necessarily watch Philomena again. But it doesn't mean that Philomena is bad. It's just not a rewatchable movie as an art form. And I think that what Spike Jonze did was
Yeah.
make a beautiful, from head to toe, story to dialogue to actors to everything.
Hers
It's
more
just,
complex. You have to really.
It's
You
yeah.
could discuss her in like a college class for an hour.
Yes.
Whereas Philomena, you'll just after about 10 minutes, you'll just be like, "Fucking Catholic Church, fuck, covering up shit." You know,
Yeah, and it's
'cause they do
based
cover
on
some
a
shit.
real story for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's what we saw. Nathan, what'd you see?
I watched something that grabbed my attention because it has one of the gals from
Is that Simon Baker?
Yeah, he's in it.
Simon Baker.
Where
yes,
is he?
yes,
Where
it is.
Where is he? Stephen Merchant.
Stephen.
No,
It's
I saw
Stephen
his
Merchant.
picture.
I don't
thought
see
I
him
saw
on
his
the credits.
picture.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's
I'll go back to the pictures.
Stephen Merchant. Stephen Merchant's so funny.
So, yeah, scroll down just a smidge. There he is. Simon Baker.
Right here?
No,
in the
down
blue
one.
suit. Yeah.
Yes, that's him.
Is he in the movie?
Boom. Simon fucking Baker. He's
Yeah.
Australian.
Yes.
You'll,
Word to my Australian fans.
you'll remember that we announced about 5 months ago that Simon Baker's the handsomest man on the planet.
Yes.
He is.
He's dashing.
Oh my God, he is dashing. Look at that. This movie.
Sorry for
Okay, so I picked it because it has one of the gals from has Kristen Wiig's movie. What the fuck was it?
Rose Byrne from Bridesmaids?
Yes, Bridesmaids. Thank you. I picked it because it has her. She's from Bridesmaids. I'm like, oh, she's good in that. This couldn't be that bad. It also has Anna Faris, who I secretly have a crush on. I know she's a terrible actress, but I secretly have a crush on her.
So does Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. I love that. I love me some Chris Pratt. It's about this. It's about a couple that gets together, and everybody's basically against them from the get-go, and they don't think they're gonna last. And then Anna Faris is the ex-girlfriend, and she gets put into the mix, and it's a quirky little comedy, and I liked it. I ended up really liking it. Actually,
Why do you sound so hesitant?
because, well, for one, I don't know, because I don't know if anyone else is gonna like it. I don't know, but he is so ridiculous. I already forgot his name. Stephen Merchant. Stephen Merchant.
He's a good guy.
He's funny. I like Steve.
His character is the biggest douchebag in the entire world. He comes in and says all the wrong things at all the wrong time. This is him giving a best man speech of sorts, and he's saying all of the wrong things.
That's about right.
He's and not like all the wrong things, like
Even the guy squinting in the picture.
right? Like not all the wrong things, like, oh, I saw your mom naked or anything. Like, he's saying like really like disturbing shit, and he's fucking up the whole moment. And pretty much every opportunity he has to interact with anyone, he just fucks up the whole thing. He just ruins everything. So
it
do
sounds like you might be worried because you're a fan of quite a few actors.
Quite a few of these actors, and
you just might be a fanboy.
I'm like, yeah, and I'm not sure if it was good, because like every scene he's in, it's funny, and I get a good laugh.
Was he the guy in movie?
Yes, with Halle Berry.
Yes, it turned him into a Japanese guy.
Scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, it actually, like, there's no this is a funny scene. She's like, you're not gonna do something cheesy where you like dance with your best man. He's like, oh no, definitely not. Where's my jacket? And then they do this dance together. It's really like, it's just a bunch of really weird, quirky things. I'm not sure as a whole if the entire movie really works. Everything.
So why do they not believe in them? Why is everyone against them? Do we know?
Yes, you do, but it like kind of.
Is that not
it kind of defeats the point of watching it.
Okay, that's fine. If that's fine, don't tell us.
But basically, they're just, everybody doesn't think that they're gonna make it. Just like the way that they come together and everything like that. They're positive it's gonna fall apart before it even launches, and so you're kind of rooting for them, but you're kind of seeing where everybody's coming from at the same time. Anna Faris actually delivers a really straightforward, even-keeled. She doesn't have a bunch of quirky lines where she's saying a bunch of things real stupid with her fucking eyes all bugged out, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, that turns me on, but I think a lot of people hate her for it. But she delivers a very even-keeled, straight-across, realistic, believable character.
Okay.
And it ends up being pretty heartwarming, and I actually ended up really enjoying it. I thought it was going to be really terrible just by its description and whatnot. You know, it felt like it was going to be a rom-com that you're just like, ugh.
Right.
But I got about halfway through it, I was like, I'm enjoying this just fine. This is a fine movie. I think I ended up giving it 3 stars on the Netflix.
All right.
So,
Cool.
go if you want to give a little bit more of a realistic rom-com a try. Go ahead and give this one a shot. It's interesting.
Okay.
I thought.
Did you see anything else?
I did end up seeing a couple other things. I saw another one called Syrup. And
Is that the partnered movie with Butter?
Butter.
Oh, we did watch Butter.
We did watch Butter.
we did watch Butter. Syrup is It's got Amber Heard in it and this kid that I've never seen before. Syrup is not a character study. It's like a study of. Basically, it's a study of a movie based around marketing and the study of marketing, how marketing works, why we buy things.
Is it a documentary?
No, it isn't. It's not. It's really, really, really not a documentary. Basically,
Look at how she's always in red.
Amber Heard
Yeah.
does these weird things about every 20 minutes where she actually looks at you in the camera and says, marketing 535 tells us this, and then the next 10 minutes is about what she just talked about. And then this character here, he'll look at us every once in a while and he'll tell us marketing 480 tells us this, blah 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 blah, and this and this and this about marketing, and therefore we're going to, you don't even know it but you're kind of forced into, and it just kind of tells you. Basically, it's a movie that is very self-aware of itself because it's telling you exactly what it's doing as it does it. It's really weird. This is the kid.
Kind of postmodern.
Yeah.
I guess.
Very, very, very postmodern. This is fucking Hercules.
You know who that is?
This is Hercules.
Who's Hercules?
The shitty movie.
The shitty new movie that's about to come out.
He kind of looks down.
Oh, really? That's the guy that's
Yeah, this is the
completely-
new derpy Hercules.
I like him more.
That came
in that
out.
picture.
It's out.
It's out. It got
Okay.
third place, $8 million, and boy,
Serious?
I can't believe people even went.
What
looks so
what were the reviews? Pretty positive. Looking pretty positive.
Yeah, straight A's. Critics love it. Hercules 3D.
So
the legend continues.
So Amber Heard's character is a gal, and her name is Six, and she basically is she's basically she is selling herself. She herself is an image. She is a projection of what she wants people to know about her. He spends the entire movie trying to learn her real name, never does. There's a really interesting twist with the way it ends, but basically this kid comes up with a new energy drink, and they're like, okay, well, what does it taste like? He's like, what does it taste like? Who gives a shit? The thing's called fuck. My energy drink's called fuck, and I don't care what it tastes like. It's all about the image. You are going to be the coolest person in the world if you drink this energy drink. And then the new derpy Hercules is the kid that comes in, and he kind of steals his idea in a way, and they kind of go head to head with each other a little bit. And his little marketing gimmick is he never says a fucking word ever. He has a 1-minute monologue at the very end of the movie saying how the main character was actually better than him. He admits that he stole everything from him and was basically always one step behind him, blah blah blah. You know, you were always better than me. But his whole gimmick, he doesn't say a fucking word. People speak for him or whatever. So the whole thing's really very weird, like you guys said, very postmodern. It literally, and it's based on a book, and I don't think the book is called Syrup, but it's based on a book. And it was very weird to see something where they tell you what you're going to see and you accept it and it plays out and it all goes fine anyway. Like it was very, very strange. If you want to see a study on
Marketing.
Yes, marketing.
Yeah.
Thank you. A study on marketing and advertising. I wouldn't be surprised if some marketing teachers get a hold of this movie and use it as part of their class. It was very strange. I couldn't necessarily recommend it for the acting. I couldn't recommend it because it was interesting. As far as the storyline of it, but I could recommend it because it was probably by far the weirdest and most different thing I've seen in the last 6 months. Very, very strange.
Weirder than like Dogtooth and Holy Motors?
Not in the same way. Those were weird for very different reasons. This one was Rubber was very strange. But this one was kind of self-aware, like Rubber was, though.
Okay,
So,
okay.
for that reason alone, I enjoyed that one enough. Since you can't do half stars, I gave it a 3. But I would, if you can do half stars, I would have given it a 3.5 just because of how different it was.
Okay.
And then I watched one called Sexy Evil Genius, and the only reason I want to bring it up is because it has our lady that we love, and I can never remember her name. She's from Riddick.
Oh, Starbuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's her name?
Her name is Starbuck.
Katie Sackhoff?
Katie Sackhoff.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So
Seth Green.
this is a Seth Green movie.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
It's really interesting.
So Seth Green, actually, there's a Baldwin in the mix too.
Katie Sackhoff's the green hair there, right?
Yes, right here. So she is the sexy evil genius. Seth Green, this gal, and this dude have all dated her in the past. She has contacted all of them to meet her in this bar, and she wants to discuss with them. Basically, she wants to discuss with them the merits of their relationships, why they failed, and why she moved on to the next person in front of everybody. It's really weird. It's like one of those weird gals that like she's almost like an enigma, and everybody can't say no to her as much as they try. Blah blah blah. Like she. As much as they try to forget about her, she's always that one that they couldn't stop thinking about. And then their revenge. The one Baldwin that's not worth mentioning, I don't know which one it is, but
William.
Yeah, he's the current boyfriend, and there's this weird twist at the end where one of them ends up dying. I won't say which one, but it's a very bizarre movie, and it's. I mean, Seth Green. I actually enjoy Seth Green movies usually.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing was so weird because I ended up hating this gal that we all like so much because she is so opposite of everything else we like her for. She's conniving. She's a terrible human being. She's
evil.
About 20 minutes into it, I was like, I hate her. I hate this person. I hate the whole premise of this movie. The only reason I have to finish this now is because I have to find out what happens. I'm committed enough now that I have to know why she's doing what she's doing. But
it says in the title that she's evil.
Yes, but I guess
you can't complain when the title says she's evil.
And I guess I just didn't know.
Evil's an eye of the beholder. So
I guess I didn't know what it was about. It was one of those ones where Amy saw it. She read the first like 3 or 4 words of the description. She's like, "All right, try it." And so I didn't know anything that it was about.
Cool, that's a fun way to watch
I was
a
in the
movie.
other room when it started, so I come walking in. The opening credits were already going, so I literally had no idea what was going on.
Click
through the whole
the
thing.
image, the title.
Right here.
Does anyone else look at the little words under the titles and kind of based on that? Am I gonna really rent this?
Revenge is a bitch.
Like
The tagline.
yeah,
Taglines are pretty bad,
And
especially
usually
in
that's
stuff like that.
B movie level stuff.
Yeah,
They don't do taglines anymore in like a lot of the more popular
that's
and
interesting.
well
You're
done
right.
movies.
Yeah, you're right.
Is there any? Does it serve any purpose to have a tagline?
The taglines are purely from the marketing company. They're trying to, catch your eye and get you to go. That whole image is purely marketing. The director, the actors, they have nothing to do with any of that stuff.
I'm surprised they put Seth Green at the front though, because I think that Starbuck is more known than
Sounds
he
like
is.
it's. That's I thought that too.
It is. Yeah, that is.
But he made it, so he gets to put his face in the
Did
Did he write it, direct it, what?
Let's find out here.
It's my movie.
I don't think he did. I think he was just in it. In it.
I love Robot Chicken.
Writer
Scott Liu.
Sean Pillar.
So I don't really. He's in it the most by way of he's the first one on screen, so he's in it for 2 minutes longer than everyone else.
This is one of those movies where it's very low budget, clearly.
Yeah, a lot of long shots in the bar, panning around them sitting in the.
It probably takes
booth.
place almost entirely in the bar.
It takes place, I would say, more than 50-50, mostly in the
Right.
bar, and then there's flashback sequences of them being together.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
the more you stay in the bar, the
People
less.
who like this like After Earth.
Sure.
Ooh.
Oh.
And Super 8 though, so
And then the actors, these are the level actor where you can probably get them for a couple $100,000 each, and,
Yeah.
and they're recognizable enough that you're like, oh, I
And
know.
you
Seth
get 'em-
Green and yeah,
you get them for like 3 weeks, then you do the
Yeah.
whole thing,
Yeah.
and they go home.
and
Would you describe it as a comedy?
no, and it's
I just read the first paragraph, or on the beginning of the paragraph down there, a dark comedy. Below
Is it really a dark
the
comedy?
cast.
It doesn't sound funny at
you
all.
could
Is it a light drama?
you could misconstrue it into a dark comedy just because of how they start interacting with each other. They do all the flashbacks, and you get caught up to who everybody is, and you still don't give a shit about who they are. And then some weird stuff happens while they're at the bar, and I guess you could construe that as kind of dark. There's some dark things that happen. I don't think it's very funny, but it could be construed as a dark comedy.
So
I guess.
last but not least, would you recommend the movie?
Not this one, no, not at
Okay.
all. I think we ended up giving this one a single star on Netflix.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's as few as you can do.
That's
Yeah.
the fewest.
That's the least number of stars. Thomas, did you see anything this last week?
No, I've been.
No?
It's,
Just your
it's
homework?
Doctor Who's fault.
Doctor Who.
Yeah,
All right.
Sorry.
Well, news. You said you heard something about Devil's Due?
Oh, it's not news, but what's kind of cool is I think we've talked about it before. That prank where the Carrie. Where they're in that coffee shop and they that girl's psychic.
I've seen this. The girl pretends to be psychic and some guy goes up on the wall,
I've
did
seen
a
that.
prank for Devil's Due,
which is a shitty story about.
Rosemary's Baby.
It's Rosemary's Baby. A woman gets pregnant, she's gonna have the devil.
Yeah.
And it's coming out in like a day.
And in this prank, and the video is actually it's pretty funny. And there's an image right there as they're with the baby.
I can't see
in
what
the
you're pointing at.
Down.
Oh, right
there,
here.
Yeah. And they took a baby carriage and it's remote controlled, and they used
saw
the
this.
remote, and it goes around New York, and there's a baby sound of a baby crying, and so obviously people are like, oh, poor baby. And when they go to check it out, the baby will literally pop out of the carriage, and they can control the arms even. And it's like gripping the side, and it just starts wailing at him, like roaring, and like it can even puke.
Oh my God.
It was, and
That's amazing.
it's just
Wow.
So they made a little
breaking.
devil baby. That's
Oh
great.
my, no, but man, the people's reactions are they're. I mean, I'd probably
That's
freak out
hilarious.
too. But no, it's pretty. It was pretty funny. I watched it. I hadn't even heard of Devil's Due until I saw this.
Oh shit.
I think this. Hold on. I think this is on mute. So there we go. Okay.
You have to click the.
There we go.
They should
It's pretty awful and
call
awesome.
it Blink.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
Just rolling around.
That's pretty fantastic.
He hit that other carriage.
That screams great.
Seen them actually scared like that.
That guy doesn't move at all.
Oh my God!
I'd run away too. If it starts chasing me.
Creepy, yeah.
Oh. Oh shoot. Oh, the dog.
What do you want from
She
me?
put the blanket.
Oh my
in
god,
the-
you can flip people off. That's great.
Antichrist is coming.
Uh-oh.
That's too much tummy movement.
Oh, that was really great.
Wow.
That was
the prank is better
hilarious.
than
I was just gonna say, I bet. What do you want to bet that prank is not gonna
It
pay
probably
off?
scared
as
more
far as-
people than the movie will.
Then the movie.
Oh, easily.
Well,
That's funny. That's great.
like in that preview right there, you see the mom with the devil baby in her tummy,
in her guts.
and like it's clearly computer graphics moving the tummy around.
Yeah.
And we're all too savvy anymore. We will look at it and go, computer graphics.
Yeah.
None of us are like, holy shit, there's something in there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Something moving around.
it's
Something's got a hold of that woman.
You have to be more creative
You
if
do.
you're gonna have a demonic pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like you said, it can't just be some cheap computer
Yeah.
graphic baby moving around in your stomach.
Yeah, speaking of more recent like scary horror stuff, I just saw the opening to Drag Me to Hell again.
God, I love that
It's
movie.
great.
So awesome.
It's so good, and it doesn't pull shit like that. You actually don't see anything in the opening sequence. All you hear is slapping noises and people flying across the room. And you're just like, oh man, that's awesome. That's so cool.
oh, the talking goats.
And
my
you see
favorite
shadow
part.
hands on the
Yeah.
the stained glass, and it's just freaking
All
creepy.
these subtle,
it's
creative
so good.
things
So
that just
good.
add up. And not only that, but it's seeing the
Yeah.
psyche of
Is this
the
it?
victim.
No, it's-
is
it's-
half
For
the
that.
Yeah.
like scariness. As far as Rosemary's Baby, you see her like suffer. It's her about
Yeah.
her suffering,
Yeah.
and getting worse and worse.
That's what I liked about Rosemary's Baby. It's not her tummy moving around.
Yeah.
It's seeing
Her
this
so
woman
sick,
look
lose weight,
so
look
Whereas
pale.
I think Drag Me to Hell was similar. So she's freaking out. She's looking
Yeah.
horrible. Her
Yeah.
boyfriend's like, what, honey?
Yeah, he's sweet. He's
Yeah.
a sweet boy.
Justin Long.
Yeah, I love that movie so much. That was such a good movie.
Boy, that
Sam Raimi. Okay, that
Oh,
makes,
yeah.
a duh,
makes sense.
a duh.
I didn't.
Duh.
I didn't know that.
Well,
The cover really kind of fools you, though.
yeah.
You're just like, it looks like one of those stereotypical
Gore kind of filled,
horror
yeah.
hell movie.
But then you get the goat.
And it has his,
Oh,
it has
Jesus.
his flair.
Oh, it's so good.
That's what it is. There's a flair to it. Like, I don't know. I have
Yeah.
a lot to say. That's good. I do think that the computer graphics in Drag Me to Hell, when the witch sticks her hand in her mouth, that's bad. It just looks bad.
It's Sam Raimi, though.
But that's because it's computer
It's
graphics.
supposed to-
When you this goat is animatronic. They've gone and built a robotic demon goat to
talk.
for this scene, and it
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah.
Or like this lady here when she's yelling at her, they put in fake teeth and made her look all gross and possessed. Her eyes, she has contacts in. It's not computer graphics.
It's not computer.
But
one reason I like Toro or Del Toro or
Yeah.
Hellboy is that how often he uses animatronics and makeup rather than computer graphics. He uses computer graphics, but
Yeah,
how
and
often he
I think
Right.
computer graphics can work when they help to blend, things. But the thing has to be real.
Uh-oh.
Here's where the goat. She touched the goat.
poor goat.
Missed.
Goat.
Poor goat. Look how scary that is.
I love it when the voices are in different noise. They're like different timbre, and you can hear. And it's like got the echo effect.
And it sounded different with the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is such a great movie. It looks like the dude from Airbender a little bit.
Yeah. I see
racist.
it.
What's his name?
Thomas is right. It's racist.
Only if it's true.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Yes, good movie. So
good movie.
check
That's
out this
the-
movie.
That's the horror movie you should see. Don't
Definitely.
see Baby from Carriage Hell. What is it called?
Baby from Down Under.
Devil's Due.
Devil's
Due.
Due. And it's so ridiculous because it's a plain. It's like two. Devil's Due is in like a contraction, and one is like the possessive. Anyway.
Yeah, it's fun. So
Not really.
I did want to mention that the Oscars are around the corner.
Yeah.
Any thoughts? Do we care?
I care, but I don't care like a lot. We'll like tape it and then fast forward through all the speeches,
What was... Well,
and we'll watch the
what,
opening
last
stuff.
year was like... What, like, straight up, can you think of that was... You're like, they're going to be at least nominated.
Yeah, what won last year? I don't even remember last year.
I don't remember what happened last year.
Last year's not exactly the strongest year for movies that I can...
2000.
I guess, I mean, end of the year.
2013.
Well, it'd be 2000.
13.
Oh, they already
Try
happened.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They happened last year.
Best,
Well, I didn't know if like I don't.
You got it. You got it, Nathan.
Best actor, Cumberbatch for Smog, obviously.
Smog.
Smaug.
Smog.
Here we got winners for 2013. Good Lord, my brain is not
Oh,
in.
J Law. She won.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence won for what? Her second time? She won once for Winter's Bone and again for...
She's up again.
What did she win for?
Wasn't it the
Playbook?
movie where she...
Silver
Silver
Linings
Linings
Playbook,
Playbook.
and she's up
Yeah.
for supporting actress
Silver
in
Linings Playbook was good.
American Hustle.
Which is by the same
She's
director.
nominated. Is she nominated? She was nominated for Golden Globes with that, so she might get another
That's
nomination.
right, Christoph Waltz won for
The Django.
the Django.
The Django. The D is silent. The Django. She won for singing and dying in a coffin.
Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. But she did sing
I
really well.
dreamed a dream in time gone by.
Oh, of course, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Oh, right.
Was that a good movie?
He's amazing.
Well,
He
he's
was
an
amazing.
amazing actor.
The
But
movie was okay.
The movie's
It was-
good.
yeah.
It's a good one-time show, but shit.
Who's
he's
that?
so
What happened
good.
there?
Yeah, he's
No idea who this
amazing
is.
actor.
No.
Where's the explanation of these pictures? Oh, there it is.
Names.
Names.
Visual effects for Life of Pi.
Oh yeah, remember that?
That was good.
I never saw that.
I liked it anyway.
I saw Life of Pi.
Simon Hayes, Les Miserables,
Sound
Les
boring.
Miserables.
Sound, wow.
Yeah, go until we recognize it. Best picture was Argo.
Because they snubbed him in director.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's
That's why they
why.
gave him the movie.
This guy?
No.
Ben Affleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, they snubbed him for director, and so they did Argo Best Picture.
Everyone got really mad that he didn't get nominated for
At all.
director.
That's surprising. I didn't think he deserved it necessarily, but to be
it was good.
it was a
good.
good movie, but I honestly would be I'd be surprised if there wasn't a better movie or better directed movie than Argo.
What's the Best Picture?
For
Best
this
picture
year?
right here.
Argo,
Argo.
but what was what about
Best director?
screenplay? What, director, yeah.
Whoa!
Wow.
He won cinematography for
Wow.
Life of
Look at that
Pi.
hair.
Yeah.
What about
Good hair. It's a lot of hair.
Lewis
That was
is
a lot
like,
of hair.
hey.
Costume
can you spare some?
design. I don't recognize that.
Anna Karenina.
Um,
I think that's the last image.
there's
9 out of 20.
Oh,
Huh.
let's not go through them all.
that's
Well, I think the pool this year's better. The ones we've seen so far, the ones that I saw nominated and winning for Globes, I'm interested in.
visual. Would you say what? Smog or Desolation?
Best visuals, Gravity. With Sandra Bullock.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you
agreed.
got a good point there.
Space.
Yeah, you're right.
For me, I'm gonna say best visuals.
We are early by one day.
Best. Oh, they're announcing tomorrow. Oh, cool. Well,
Bummer.
They announced a few weeks ago.
Yeah. They announced this last week, and they are great. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet.
What do you
though.
guys think? What's your best picture? Did we do this already?
No, we didn't do this.
No.
What do you think will win?
I don't want to
Not
do it
necessarily
now. I don't
your
want to do. I
favorite.
want to wait till we
I'm
get
sorry.
nominations. I want to do it next time.
Oh, you want to do a pick?
Yeah, I want to do a picks, and
Okay.
we'll keep our
So
own
next
picks.
time we'll do our
and
Oscar
then we'll all
picks.
congratulate
Sounds
me when I win, and you
Into
guys will have to like
darkness
buy
all
me
the way.
something.
I'm pretty sure
How about
Grown Ups 2 is gonna swing.
I think it's going to swing in there. How about we put like dinner on it or something? 25 best movies of 13 according to Yahoo Movies. Fast and Furious 25 makes the or 6 makes 25
and did you
for
see
the cut.
Reviews? They're mostly positive. I didn't think it was that great.
It's not.
It wasn't
it's
as good as
not
5.
Yeah, it's no 5.
5 is
5 is
great.
good. Kings of Summer, never heard of.
Catherine Phillips. So good.
That was
Before
good.
Midnight.
Didn't see
Miss it, but want to see it. We've seen the first
20
two.
Feet from Stardom.
No.
Never heard
Boring.
Oh, Nebraska. I want to see it.
I do want to see that.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
Well,
That dude
that's
looks
another-
like Kanye, so I'm out. Rush, I wanted to see that. I don't think
Same.
it came out
Thor's
here.
in that.
Oh, Blue Jasmine. Fantastic.
Stories
She may
we
win
tell.
Best Actress.
She should.
Kate Blanchett very
For
well might win Best
Wonderful
Actress.
performance.
And that's for this Oscar
Yes,
season?
that's for this one.
Okay.
Coming up.
Stories we tell. Didn't know
see
anything
it.
about it. Saving Mr. Banks. Pass.
Pass.
The World's End. Yes, loved it. Don't know if it'll be up for Oscars though.
I still need to watch it again.
Really good. The Conjuring.
Good.
Yeah.
Best
Black-
horror film of the week.
Yeah.
Blackfish is what we watched and
Blackfish.
talked about a couple weeks ago.
The Place Beyond the Pines, which
Didn't see it.
someone.
We heard the mediocre for
yeah,
that.
I heard that too.
So we said no.
Frozen. Pass.
Everyone says great though.
Yeah, everyone
They
says
really
it's
should.
Really
I
good.
had no
I'd
desire
see
to
it.
see
They
it.
say
Apparently
it's, they
it's
say
the
it's the
one-
Wicked for kids.
Yeah, and they say
Yeah.
the songs are really catchy.
Yeah.
And that Kristen
I'll
Bell
watch
is
it.
surprisingly fantastic.
Kristen Bell, your favorite.
I love Kristen Bell.
Yeah, why don't you go?
Kristen Bell.
Is she,
Oh,
is, she
she's such a
the,
cutie
is she the main
pie.
character? Is she the main character?
Apparently.
She's that girl.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know either, but apparently.
Oh, they did announce. Sorry, news.
That's
They
right.
did announce the movie to her TV series.
Veronica Mars.
Oh, Veronica
Mars.
Mars,
I don't
yeah.
know if,
They
uh,
that was I think that still holds the record for the fastest fan funded film. They raised whatever they needed,
Yeah.
1.2 million in like 4
3
days.
million.
And
They just hit the goal in like 3
Oh, yeah,
days.
yeah.
in Serenity's defense, I think there wasn't a
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
that
around.
didn't exist yet.
Oh,
I
Inside
really
Llewyn
want to see
Davis.
this.
Yeah, they don't-
That's the Coen film.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, he's gonna.
I love
Hunger
Coen
Games.
movies.
Yeah, that's
Hunger Games good.
Her.
Fantastic.
6.
that came. I thought that was. So this came out in December then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and
Wow.
both of those two, Leto and I'm moving to the
Yes,
next
Dallas Buyers Club.
one. Jared Leto, and then
They both won Golden
And
Globes.
Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, they both.
McConaughey.
They're
He's
gonna-
actually making good movies.
Yeah.
He's
he
in
was
a new
on
show.
fire last year, was he not?
I like McConaughey. I think he's ever
Yeah.
since I saw that Dragon movie. I thought he was a good actor. I'm serious.
No, I know, but that's the only good movie I saw him in up until.
It's because he did those
Tropic
slew
Thunder.
of brainless rom-coms.
February.
Yeah.
Valentine's movies.
Those are all bullshit.
Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Wolf of Wall
Wolf of
Street.
Wall Street,
didn't
American-
Wanted to see. We were there.
Yeah,
we were
American
like
Hustle.
5
I
minutes.
liked American Hustle. Amy
Fantastic.
Adams.
Gravity,
Gravity.
fantastic.
Sandra
Gravity,
Bullock's good.
12 Years a Slave.
Saw it.
Yeah.
It was good.
And you guys doubted me when I mentioned that movie.
What, 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah, no, it's fine. They're like
What
it's
did you
kind of.
Did we doubt you?
when I mentioned or had us watch a preview, there's kind of you didn't doubt it
didn't-
was
we didn't know
gonna
if
be
we
a
were-
good movie, but you at the same time I think it was the subject matter.
We weren't sure that it wasn't going to get carried because of the race card. Like, everybody has to like it because it's a movie based on race, so therefore it has to be good.
and he was in Serenity,
Was he the...
Yeah.
the villain.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
hero.
Fassbender.
This dude. So, I don't doubt that...
Shaweedle Ejiofor.
I don't doubt that this is going to be a good
Ejiofor.
movie, or that this is a good movie.
He's
though,
the villain
so.
in Serenity, and he's the hero in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, I want to see that.
It's good. It's worth your time.
It's good.
You
we
did
saw,
watch it?
Yeah, we saw it at the theater.
It's good. It's definitely. I wouldn't give it my best picture of the year, but I definitely expect it to be nominated.
Yes,
Sure.
it will be.
Yeah.
I think Gravity... I don't know. I think Gravity has it, honestly. It
Well-
was so...
There's a little bit of pushback because George Clooney's a bit of a chatterbox, and some people are kind of frustrated with that.
Well...
But it's
I think
an amazing movie. I don't think people.
Do you think it's suffering the Avatar effect at this point, where it's kind of cool to hate on it now?
Maybe.
Because it's so popular. Like,
There might be-
it's so...
Yeah, there may be some pushback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's so unfair, though. Just
I think so,
because
too,
of
'cause
how
I-
unique of a film it was.
I
agree.
Yeah.
went and saw Avatar twice, not because I really, really wanted to, but the first time I saw it this fucking close to my face.
It's a disaster.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't experience that movie,
Well,
so I went
like,
back and tried it
Avatar
again.
it was a really good, entertaining movie, but it did kind of do the Pocahontas Smith thing.
Sure.
And you could say it took elements from other stories, blah blah
It
blah.
did feel a little
it was
something borrowed a little bit.
visually amazing, and I I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
But Gravity, like the way they told the story,
very unique.
You've never seen a movie like this. Like
you've never seen it put together this way. Just like Lewis was saying when we first reviewed it, the absence of sound is so stunning.
Just when I was giving up on Sandra Bullock, she made this.
She pulls this off.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing I will say in favor of Gravity. Actually, is they have big stars, but they don't necessarily outshine the movie. Like, you don't feel like you're sitting through an okay movie, but you really like the stars. It's more like this is a good movie,
great movie,
and Sandra Bullock's
these guys are in it.
Great, but because I'm not a big jump on the Sandra Bullock type, but I'm not speaking English right now, am I?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm not jump on Sandra Bullock.
Choo-choo!
Jeez, Lewis is turning into Nathan over there.
Next stop.
Maybe we just should go to homework.
Yeah, we got homework.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Kimberly's pick.
I'll start real fast. Just wanted to say something before we get talking.
Okay.
I have recommended films in the past that have been kind of tough, kind of hard, and I afterwards watching them feel very confident in my choice, and I still think, that was Hobo with the Shotgun I will apologize for. I will fully 100% apologize for, and I'm really sorry. It was shit. It was shit.
It was
and
really
I'm sorry.
Bad. It was very bad.
It was shit.
So how about that town?
Oh, you mean Fucktown?
Fucktown that doesn't
Welcome
exist
to Fucktown!
anymore. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So this movie's clearly trying to play with that whole 70s grindhouse look. It's filmed in a different style.
Yeah,
All the dialogue is meant to look really low end and sound really low end. The problem is they're maybe too successful.
Yeah, it's too successful in being so shitty that I don't care. Nothing is meaningful, and everything is simply just to put us off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just is. It just is.
Kim, you can't handle all the world's problems with just a shotgun.
Well, this guy.
I'm gonna try.
It's all I know.
That's all I know. Yeah,
One shell at a time.
This was a great moment for all of your Trailer Park fanboys out there. Trailer Park boys.
Oh, okay. The opening guy.
Yeah, I love Ricky. So
that's just an actor you enjoy.
I don't even know his real name.
And
that's Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. No, I didn't. I hated this movie, but that opening sequence is like, oh yay, he's in it.
Oh, the best part of that scene, because that's in the beginning where that guy gets his head pulled off. Sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. He dies.
Your favorite parts?
The favorite part was where the girl in the white bikini jumps out of nowhere,
I was like, what
and she starts bathing in his blood.
Yeah, what was it? I couldn't figure it out. I kept looking at Kim and she's laughing, and I'm like,
this is ridiculous.
Where did she come from?
They're gonna make comic books out of my hate crimes.
Oh my god, there were so many terrible one-liners. Terrible one-liners. Didn't you love it whenever he's like, all right, we need to pack up and get out of here, and she goes and grabs the picture of the bear.
Yeah.
And she's like, I think I've got everything.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Slick.
Pretty.
Torching a bus.
Oh, the torching.
Torching a bus full of
Yeah,
children.
Lewis said I've never seen a movie that killed more children than this movie.
Unabashedly
lots of children.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a movie that actually went that far and killed children before.
Remember the one in the dumpster was a baby?
Yeah.
That
the
was
woman, and then it says "kill the homeless" or something like that.
Yeah.
I hated this character. Did not give a fuck about him.
Slick.
Did not
He had
give
his
a
name
fuck
on the
about
back
yeah.
of his jacket.
Did not give a fuck about him.
Stupid brother.
You didn't like how he's walking around with the ice skates, just like
These guys could not have cared less about these guys.
Plague.
To be honest, though, if it was a different movie, they were actually kind of cool.
So here's
they looked cool.
Do you remember when they were fighting that big octopus
and
downstairs?
that's not actually them. That's
yes.
a shitty picture.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, and when they put a cross across his face, and they have like Joan of Arc, Jesus.
They've been dealing with all these.
Yeah, over the years.
They've been trying to stop them, right? Because they're like
plague.
Satan incarnate or something. I don't know.
Do you like how he's hanging everyone in the hospital with the shotgun?
Super cool.
So
So
the DeLoreans.
I think the DeLorean. For example, those two sons. I think part of the problem there is they're meant to be playing someone with serious weight. where when you see them on screen, you feel them like. These guys are just two dorky kids. They could have been from my fucking growing up in my neighborhood.
They could have been from your film class.
Whereas Rutger Hauer actually looks like he's got screen presence.
Give
like
that
I
picture.
really do believe that Rutger Hauer's got some strength of character, even in a shitty movie with bad dialogue.
Yeah,
like he's intense, right?
Definitely.
But the rest of the cast was so low end.
You didn't like the main villain, the Drake?
No, I did not like Drake at all.
I thought the girl was okay.
I thought the rest either.
No,
the rest of them were
girl wasn't
terrible.
bad, especially if you compare it to
the rest of them.
No, I was thinking of the movie Nathan recommended, The Girl Next Door.
Alicia Cuthbert.
Alicia Cuthbert.
I compare every actress now to her when they're poor actors. And
here we go. There he is. I think Alicia Cuthbert is adorable, and whatever movie you just said was awesome. So fuck off, Tom.
It was with Guns
Oh
Girls
wait,
and
no.
Guns,
So
Girls, and
here's the
Gambling.
deal.
I regret that one. I apologize for that one.
Yeah, well, you should.
I honestly would rather
So bad.
watch this again than Guns, Girls, and Gambling.
No, I'd watch Guns, Girls, and Gambling
I'd
again.
watch this again too.
No,
This
I
is
would.
terrible, but Jesus.
Amy walks out on all of the movies we recommend. She's like, "What is wrong with your friend? I cannot watch these. I'm getting sick to my stomach from all the violence." I'm like, don't look at me, man. I don't know.
There was just this like reveling in the violence and enjoying. Hey, look, I'm smashing this hobo's foot. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And like just killing and doing things, and it was just.
think that they'd at least like in a way. I think it would make the movie a little more like you could get into it a little more as far as. If it was like in the future, I don't know, post-apocalyptic, different place.
It almost wanted to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kinda-
at times, and then,
kinda
but
needed
then
to
he
be.
goes to the sheriff or the chief of
Police
police.
chief, yeah.
And there's obviously police officers, and
There's police officers. There's a bus, and kids go to school. and They're like, "We love school." And there's a guy that walks up to this girl, and he's like, "Stop doing your homework. Come fuck me or suck my cock or
it's a
something."
pimp telling
go
one
do
of his
something.
hookers, to go.
And it's like, I'm sorry, but she doesn't go to school, and these kids aren't going to any school. There's no doctors in a hospital. There's no police. This
Speaking of
town is
hospital-
completely
And
lawless.
Throughout the movie, you have all the people standing aside while these three bad guys are torturing and killing people.
Yeah.
And then you have the end, and everyone in the city apparently has an automatic weapon,
Yes.
and they could have, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
very like self-contained with no internal logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this gal gets her neck cut by a saw.
Oh my gosh.
And then she gets taken to the hospital, and he's like following them down the corridor.
That's the best.
And he like takes his drink and starts pouring it. And she's like,
he grabs it from
off
a guy in the hallway. And Lewis is like, why does that guy have a bottle of vodka?
for some reason I thought he had it. He just grabs it and pours it over. Like, please, sir, don't do that. He's like, that's how I take care of it. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this scene? So
It's such a weird movie.
terrible.
Yeah, it's bad though.
It's not as bad as the hand in the lawnmower blades at the end.
And then she goes to
she
open that
stabbed-
thing.
I was like, no. And she stabs him with her bone.
My bone's a shake now.
Oh my
It's dead.
god.
And it's still alive after
and
getting
she's
stabbed
still
5
awake.
times.
Shock would have put
Oh
her
my
out.
god, she would have been so dead.
See,
So-
part of the reason that bugs me isn't because her hand got chopped up by a lawnmower or whatever. But when you get your hand chopped by a lawnmower, it would be just a straight chop. You wouldn't have one bone that sticks
Right.
out like 4 extra inches.
Yeah.
So
You have to do that yourself.
And there I am being Mr. Logical at home going, I don't think that bone would stick out that far. You know, like, this movie's just, it's stupid.
At that
Yeah,
point,
what are you
I
gonna
was
do?
saying, nope, no logic. But before then, total logic.
I was with it up to that point.
I
Up to the lawnmower blade.
I almost felt bad that I recommended my movie last week, and then I watched this. And I'm like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
At least I'll
I
beat
know,
this piece of
Tom.
shit.
You did. You
It's a
did
piece
actually.
of
That
shit.
that boring piece of shit was better than
Yeah.
this.
I'd actually watch that again 2 or 3 times
No.
than watch this again.
I would rather watch neither. Okay, it's my
So
turn.
no hobo with a shotgun. Don't
Yeah.
watch it for fun. Don't watch it for
Just don't.
like 70s. Don't watch it because you saw the trailer on Grindhouse. It's really shit. It's just
It's
shit.
just bad.
Yeah, for the success that Machete had,
And it's only an
this
hour
is-
and 30
it
minutes,
failed.
20 minutes, but still don't watch it.
Yeah, it
So-
failed in every way.
For my homework, I'm going to recommend a movie that I haven't seen, which is dangerous.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's
Me
pretty
like you.
dangerous.
But it's gotten quite good reviews, and
Aw.
a few people have said that it's good. It's called Robot and Frank.
This is in my queue.
Oh yeah,
with
I've seen
Frank
a preview for this.
Langella. And it's supposed to be good. I did my top 10
Looks
list
cute.
for 2012 and posted it on Facebook, and this was, a year ago, and one of my Facebook friends was like, "Why didn't you include Robot and Frank? You're stupid." And so apparently
looks
this is
great.
good.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be good. It's about an
Interesting.
old guy who gets a robot to help him as a helper because he's old. And
Well, he's a grumpy. He doesn't have friends, and
He's a grumpy.
And then, so yeah, his children introduce this robot, and he's
have you seen it?
No, I've seen.
Oh.
I remember the preview I watched last year, but and then
Oh, yeah, we used to do that once.
the robot and him slowly looks like grow have a friendship, but you know,
Cool.
at least that's at first glance.
Robots never
Whoa.
shout never.
What?
Wow,
That's
What
fantastic.
the hell is what up with this
That
goddamn
was great.
autocomplete around
Error.
here?
trailer.
Are we gonna watch the
Do
trailer?
you want to?
Yeah.
I thought we could maybe go
Why
old
not?
school. If you
Okay,
want
we'll
to.
watch the trailer and then we'll say goodnight.
Okay. Let us
Maybe.
pick the right one.
Try that
It
official.
says
with the
official
most-
trailer. I'm telling you, I get screwed by official trailer every time.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, fuck you, Thomas. No, it's true. I suck at my job.
Defoe. I mean, Jurassic Park.
Can I help you find anything?
Where is the librarian?
Hey, Frank.
Hey there.
What'll it be? Usual?
I'd be more interested in getting a phone number.
Call from
Well.
Madison Wells.
Maddie, my girl.
Hi! Has Hunter been coming around?
Dad, you're right in the middle of the road.
Look at this place.
This is gross.
You have a problem. I brought you something.
Is that James Marsden?
Yes.
Hi, Frank.
You have got to be kidding me. That thing is going to murder me in my sleep.
Somebody's gonna murder you in your sleep.
Welcome to
That's enough.
That's
That's
the
plenty.
best.
We get the idea.
Yes.
No matter
20.
what
Duped.
Nathan tries,
Duped.
he gets
Every
duped.
effing time. Look at this. I will just point out. I will just highlight this real quick
Robot and
for
Frank
everybody to look.
official trailer.
Official trailer
No,
for
that
our,
looks really
for our
good,
viewers.
Lewis.
So,
Don't let me
yeah.
down. We're
Yes,
coming
that
off
does-
of two slumps
We'll see.
It does look good.
for
Frank-
various reasons.
Frank Langella is a decent actor. He's not my favorite actor, but he's decent. He's done some good movies.
James Marsden.
James Marsden is great
I like James Marsden. He's
Yeah,
a hunky
that kid.
looking dude.
as Cyclops, and
Yeah.
I thought I saw Liv Taylor.
Superman.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yep. Superman. So
Olivia Tyler.
yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I guess that's gonna do it for this week, right?
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
Fun.
thank you guys for tuning in. Find us on twitch.tv/timespentpoorlytv. Find us on youtube.com/timespentpoorlytv. Find us on the Twitter. I'm at Nathan L. Betts. Sir Jared couldn't be here tonight. He's at Sir Jared. Those guys are all on Facebook. We have a fan page, so do all of those things. Thank you guys for listening. Call us at 1-888-317-2694. And sorry, we did not get to Oscar Adam. So eventually we'll wear that joke out. Probably never. And we'll edit that out in
horse.
post. So
But it's still funny as
it's
of right
still
now.
good.
Hilarious.
until next week when we have said it one too many times. So thank you guys so much. Tune in if you like what you see on the network, whether it be this show or anything else we have to offer. Do us a favor and tell a friend about us. We would really appreciate you passing us along to all of your pals. So thank you guys for being here, and as usual, have a wonderful movie night. Go see something awesome.
Can I help you find anything?
Where is the librarian?
Hey, Frank.
Hey there.
What'll it be? Usual?
I'd be more interested in getting a phone number.